Hi everybody, I hope you're all doing well. September 24th, I'm posting this video. I'm going to be doing a journey into the energies of our collective, share some perspective, some empowerment, enlightenment for our pathways, see what things look like externally, internally. Whatever I can share to help you, help me. All right, I'm going to relax and close my eyes so I can tune in and see what things are looking like. Okay. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for being a part of this experience. Okay, here we go. So right now I'm standing out before the universe. Literally, I'm standing on the cosmic ground. And I'm being present here before a cosmic mind. A welcoming perspective. What is the most meaningful wisdom and healing I can provide viewers today for this present moment? The universe shows me this. There's a sensation of a great deal of density, and the density is around my whole body. It does feel like not a breakable substance, like you could smash your fist through a window and it shatters. And you can try to punch a refrigerator. Doesn't necessarily shatter, right? And so some things are breakable and some things just aren't. You need the right tool to get the job done. And even if you could break a refrigerator, it's probably more like a heavy machinery to just press upon it until it just breaks from the inside out. This is kind of like rock, but it's also like a gooey, squishable substance. So you can't really break squishable substances. You just kind of like pull them apart and then they stretch thinner and thinner and thinner. But because there's also some rock involved in this, it's complicated. It seems to me there's a need to break out of an old shell, but it's not necessarily an easy one to get out of. So that's the first thing I'm being shown. But the weird part is there's a swordfish involved and it's got a very strong kind of, you know, sword-like. Is that its lip? Like, is that a swordfish's lip? I never thought of a lip like a sword, but I think swordfishes, you could say, have like a lip that's also a sword. I'm being stabbed in the face with a swordfish's lip. It just goes right into my face. All the while, I'm like, ooh, what am I inside of? Oh, yeah, it's like breakable. No, it's not breakable. What is this substance? Swordfish in the face. That's what I'm experiencing. So I got to understand why the universe is showing me this. Okay, they're showing me, okay, my mind is focusing on something I'm trying to conquer. And in the process of trying to conquer this thing that I can't fully understand, trying to gather the details, trying to make sense of, trying to come up with the solutions to get out of this, see what's outside. Like, I'm a baby inside like a baby chicken in the egg and I'm breaking out and now, bam, I got the whole world around me. I'm not just in this tiny little compartment inside of a shell. It's like, bam, I got the whole world. So if I could get out of this substance, bam, I might have something more accessible, vast, the whole world around me, next level experience, you know? So as I'm acclimating to what is this, how do I get out of this, what's outside of all of this, there's a conflict coming. I have to be face to face with a conflict. And it's pretty direct. I mean, I'm not able to stop this event. It just goes straight into my face. And what a weird event. I mean, I for the first time in my life, I start to realize that I think a swordfish's lip is made out of a sword. I never thought about it like that before. And I can't get that out of my head. And so a swordfish's lip just went in my face. It's just crazy and random, you know? Trying to make sense of this, and now random in my face, can't really avoid it. They show me the sword is pointing at a target, and the target is me. And so a new conflict, right, is pointing. Is this really about me? It's about all of us. I happen to be the one experiencing the message. So When the swordfish's lip is pointing at you, it's like it's pointing in your direction. It's like we have something we gotta face here. And what we gotta face is pointing at us, and it's entering into us. It's sort of going for the face. While we're trying to get out of something that we really outgrow it. I mean, the baby chicken comes out of the shell because it's outgrown the shell. It doesn't need that safety and security anymore. It needs to come out. Get to the next experience, right? We got to come out of this energy confinement, get to the next experience. But now we got to face whatever this is. In order to make sense, usually I stop time, reverse time, kind of pull it out, investigate it more. But I'm not allowed to really think much. It's like things are happening so fast, you're not really given the time to think. It just happens to you. It points and then it goes in. Now I have to reconcile something very confusing. Something that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's hard to translate why. What was the point of this? And oddly enough, it's something I'm going to have to live with. So the universe is saying, in the process of breaking out of a shell we've outgrown, before we break out of that shell, there'll be something that points its strange lip at us, enters into our face, and is something we're going to have to live with. Is that something to feel disheartened by? Like, oh, dang it, my life is over because of the swordfish, or this is exactly how it's meant to be. I'm going to be so glad the swordfish just came right into my face. I'm going to be so glad this happened. So it's up to you to decide if you want to take a problem that you got to face, and it's going to linger there. It's going to be in the memories in there. If you're going to feel soiled by that, or if you're going to feel grateful for that. You know what I mean? So part of breaking out of the shell is sometimes the random event that we have to face, and then it comes right into us, and it becomes this memory. So what are we going to do with that? How are we going to let it mold and shape us? Break us down or build us up? It's our choice, you know? This is the next scene, still very much the same. Still struggling to get out of whatever the substance is. It's like a suffocating eggshell that I can't break. Now I have half a fish, like its tail is sticking out of my face, and it's wriggling like back and forth, and it's creating some conflict here. Like it's right in my face, conflict, I gotta deal with this. I can't just pull it out, and I can't just break down the structure. So I'm kind of living in this event, and it's not easy, okay? One of the solutions when life is up in your face and it's basically choking you in this shell that you've grown out of that you're not allowed to be set free from yet is just slow down. Kind of stinks because when I choose slowing down, it makes me sad because I felt like it made sense. Like, okay, I'm being born now. Today's the day. Coming out of my shell. Today's the day. I decided it, right? I, the human, the almighty human, decided I'm making this change today. I'm ready to go visit the outside world. I'm ready to experience more today. But then something in the universe came and said, nope, swordfish in the face. It's like, but I decided I was gonna come out of my shell today. And I feel angry and sad because I was ready to do this, and now the universe just threw something impossible on my plate, in my face. And I guess today isn't the day. I guess when I decide I'm ready for something, something else decides I'm not. And then there's some kind of digestion of frustration, anger about it. I see a sense of eating food that's not, it's almost like too much spices, too much flavoring. It's like, ooh, I can't eat this. It doesn't even taste like food. It tastes like every single spice in your spice drawer. I mean, I got salt, I got cinnamon, I got summer savory, I got like too much information on my tongue. This is not edible. No, not eating it. Life is giving us too many flavors, too much information. Yet I was ready to be born today. So when we slow down, it's almost like gives our brain, gives our heart, gives us the ability to almost like separate some of all the detail. This one thing at a time, you know. Okay, now I can just understand the cinnamon. Okay, now I can just understand this Lowry's seasoning salt. Now I can just understand this. I can just understand instead of just throwing it all together and it makes no sense. So we have to slow down in order to catch up. And get to know things detail by detail in a way and what it all means to the self, you know? Because what it means to the brain might be different than what it means to the heart. What it means to our voice and how we want to talk about it, how we want to digest it, you know? How it makes us feel like we've lost our balance with reality, like our root chakra is impacted. We're falling down the stairs for some reason. Maybe it's too much. But the solution is just slow down. When you slow down, you'll be able to catch up. And it's not like you're in the wind, like the wind forces you. Yes, you could start to pile up a lot of random things all at once. Like they say, when it rains, it pours. It just, one thing at a time, just slow down and do the best that you can and know that you are actually catching up. So again, I'm back in this scene, slowing down, tail in my face, strange sort of shell. And something becomes clear from the inside out that what I thought I was ready for, some divine reason, divine time thing, I can honestly say deep down inside, I didn't realize maybe wasn't quite ready yet. I don't know how I would have conceivably known that. But I'm actually okay that the day hasn't come for me to just come out of my shell yet. I'm ready in my mind, but maybe there's a few more things I gotta learn. The swordfish is like this conflict that isn't going away, and it's just stuck in the face. I'm wondering if it's like, maybe, you know, you watch the news, you're on your phone, random YouTube short comes up and it's the world today. Maybe something's happening in your community, there's protests, and it's like this crazy thing that you're trying to digest this and make sense of it in your mind, but it's like forced, not necessarily just down your throat, but just down, it's like forced into your face, like pie in the face. It's like information in the face. It's like, you will take this. And how am I supposed to make sense of what the freaking heck I'm actually looking at here that I can't even see because it's in my face? So it's not easy. And I don't know if it's a life event. Like we always have life events, maybe something at work, maybe something in the family, maybe something with a friend. Or if it's world events, you know? And world events do impact individuals at different levels of society that we may know or not know. They may have names and faces, but there are individuals impacted by this stuff at different levels of society, and then there's the communities that are impacted, and the people that are impacted, right? We're a big population that is impacted by a domino effect of events. So slowing down is the key here. Don't don't let this situation here that's being pressed into your face, it's a weird sword lip. Don't let it like get the best of you, okay? It's in there, its tail's wriggling. It seems like what's been done to you is not quite right, nor does it make a whole lot of sense, nor can we make it stop. So are we acclimating to this? Are we accepting this? Like, slowing down, step one. Now what? Super random. Apparently, we're going on a picnic. We have a red and white checkered blanket. It's a very cartoon-esque scene of a tree and grass and some butterflies. Maybe something out of a Disney cartoon or something. And there's a little basket where sandwiches would be, but it's full of red apples. So we're gonna have a picnic with red apples. And I just go with it. I open the picnic basket, I take out an apple, and it's made out of wax. Like, it's just a perfect looking apple, but if you bite into it, it's not made out of real apple. It's this fake, the fake item. Now, what a nice, clean, beautiful, white and red checkered picnic table. Oh, what a perfect little tree. Oh, what perfect grass, oh, a perfect butterfly. Oh, look at perfect little basket with some perfect little sandwiches. No, I guess we're having apples today. Ugh, what is this? Fake. All fake. All fake. And the swordfish is still, it's like pushing its way in deeper. I don't know how long this thing could be, but I feel there's more swordfish now in my face than ever before. And I'm getting very angry. There's a sense of like anger rising. And there has to be a reflection here on what is real and what is not real. The reason why the swordfish exists is to get our attention. And the reason why it's gone into our face and it's uncomfortable is because we're being asked to really reflect on what is real and what is not real. And not only that, what are you going to do about it? And part of this is slow down. Just slow down. Don't let the swordfish get the best of you. Just slow down, okay? This is happening for all the right reasons. Be grateful for this event. Be grateful. Seems almost impossible to distinguish, even if it is fake. It's like, it's not necessarily like I'm existing in the scene with reality. Actually includes sandwiches that I can eat and something more realistic. I don't know if realistic includes some live bears in the background. Maybe some majestic deer, birds and rabbits or something. It's not cartoon though, it's real life, But even the cartoon scene, it's like, who am I to say that what I wanted this to be and what it turned out to be, and maybe I don't want to be in conflict with that. Maybe I should have known better that it was a fake apple instead of just biting into it. I'm starting to ask myself a lot of questions about what I'm okay with and what I'm not okay with. What is real? Maybe real is no better than fake. Maybe fake is maybe more pleasant than real sometimes. And I'm starting to lose myself, is the sensation. Like, the universe is showing me that it's just, I'm not even focusing on breaking out of the shell anymore. Like, it doesn't really exist. I'm constantly focusing on this problem that's entered into my face. And now I'm just focusing on how I'm going to deal with it. Trying to slow down as a solution. But now I'm starting to get lost in the translation of what things mean to me. And I don't want to be angry. And then I want to be angry. But I can't really use anger as a solution. And I find myself defeated. This is a message. I mean, this is what the universe wants to share. So this is what I'm supposed to be saying. it's gonna be interpreted by every single one of us in its own way, you know? So I choose to separate myself from myself. So I let this me have the swordfish in this face, in the strange egg, but I remove myself from it. I'm sort of like eyes in the sky looking at this to try to gather a bigger picture. Because sometimes when things are too close to our face, right? Like, you can't put a book right in front of your face and expect to be able to read it. All you're going to be able to tell is, this is a book. I don't know what it's telling me. All I know is I got a book here. So you gotta move it on back, like move yourself back or move the book back so you can actually see, you know? You make sense of things. Sometimes we gotta get a bigger picture, so we gotta step back from the situation in order to see more of it. See something we're not seeing yet. So, when I step back, eyes in the sky, you know, the universe is all around here and I'm looking in. I kind of feel like I don't associate with this conflict. Like, it's only as real as I believed that it was real in some part of myself that needed it to be like this. And I can't conceive of why I would decide that, or what part of me wanted it like this. But I really feel like I'm not going to struggle with a problem that's not even real. Do I have to know what is the problem and then to know that I'm not going to choose to call it a problem? Or what is that saying exactly? That whether it's a sort of a cartoon-esque perfect world that's fake versus a real world that might include some bears that are going to eat me alive, I don't know. It's like what am I trying to navigate here, good or bad? Every situation is what it is, and then I end up eating a fake apple, and well, that happens, I guess, in this version of reality, this fake scene. Oops. I can be okay with that. And here it's almost like there's a weird internal conflict that wants to remain alive. We want to hold on to some conflict that's not real. We want to hold on to something that's not real. And then the thing that's not real that we're holding on to, we want to be able to make sense of it, but it wasn't even real to begin with. So there's nothing even to make sense of. Only to grow out of it. And to realize that in order to get out of the shell, I just have to simply exist in a place where I'm not associating with a problem that never actually existed. You're going to have to think about that one. Really think about this. Is there something in your life really close to home? Might be very close to home, or it might be the world today, problems, who knows, that really is in your face, you know? And it's hard to figure out what to do. It's hard to navigate real versus fake versus does it matter either way? You know, I'm starting to lose my relationship with who I am or what I want. And maybe it's almost like circulating. But if you were to just stop with the tug of war, stop with the real versus fake, the illusion versus the I'm trying to break out of the shell, the blah, blah, blah. What if you were to suddenly realize that this internal conflict was something I don't need anymore? And now I have a clear ability to really see a situation. And it's not at a place of war. It's not at a place of confusion. It's not at a place of pain. It's not in a place of... It's actually somehow all things are being set free because I'm setting myself free from what was an illusion of a problem. So how do we do that? Like, how do we suddenly see the bigger picture by choice? It has nothing to do with what we decided we were in conflict with. It really was all just some weird thing we got wrapped up in that wasn't even real. And it could be real as that was the last 10 years of my life, or, you know, I was involved in this, I've been participating in this and now I just woke up and realized, what have I been doing? What does this really mean? Is this even really happening? What is my conflict with it? It's almost like letting yourself breathe inner peace, letting yourself have some faith here. So I've completely let go of every single thing I saw in the introduction of this message is part of the message. You're going to have to reflect on what it means to you. Now I'm just eyes in the sky, but I'm freaking peaceful. It's like I never let myself have it, you know? It's crazy because I'm in the energetic state of the experience right now. It's not a thought. I'm actually really living in a place where the universe is showing me this struggle. And I'm letting it go. And the sense is as if I never let myself have inner peace. Even if I did at times. Nothing quite to this caliber. It feels amazing in my heart. Feels like a gift to every single soul who's lived on planet Earth. And when I say who has lived, I'm thinking about the expanse of time. We're living today, but all of those who came before us, you know, all those who come after us. It's like a gift to all souls who have participated in this story of planet Earth and human life. And it's not because we thought it out and we made sure to follow the program to make sure everybody got their inner peace today. It's like God gave it to us. It was like divine time happened. It's like we reached chapter, I don't know, 1111. And it happened. It wasn't a thought. It wasn't like consciously conceived. It just happened. And you know, it's as crazy as, and it's really not that crazy. You could look at any conflict in the world, and you could say that that's an external conflict happening to those people there, right? But in your own internal conflict, let's say, you decided to let go of the internal conflict, just completely let it go. So that you know if you're letting it go inside yourself, that somehow in the collective body, that internal conflict happening in the collective of all of us is finding the means to let the conflict go as well. And that all are to have inner peace. Somehow, some way, not because we figured it out, but because it just simply happened somehow, like a miracle. And because I stand in this place, because I can feel this, and I can feel this is real, I can believe in this. I can believe in this so much that I can look at a conflict and say inner peace is happening. Inner peace. Almost like I give inner peace, but I also know inner peace is happening in that conflict. And we're talking about anything in the world. Anything impossible even. Turn on the news and just whatever the real is today. Inner peace. Inner peace. Inner peace for everybody involved. Not just the people we like, but the people we don't like as well. Inner peace as well. I feel like that's a pretty darn good message. I understand the beginning. That was a bit complicated, you know? trying to make sense of the details and where my mind's at with things right now, and what I think that I'm trying to achieve makes a lot of sense from this place that I stand in. Then an event comes, it disorients me, I'm trying to make sense of what this is, and now I'm being kind of guided away from what I thought I was trying to accomplish. And the more this happens, the Swordfish event, and I try to navigate it, then I try to slow down as a solution, and I try to find my way through it, make sense of it, only to realize this new thing. I'm just going to step back from all of this. Then realize that that was really, truly how I broke through the shell. And it wasn't really a sensical process. It wasn't like I could see A to B to C. It's like life happens, and then through life happening and how we work through life happening, we guide ourselves. So us guiding ourselves, or the universe guiding us, not because we thought our way there. Like, it happens, right? It's pretty cool to stand in a place where you have this crazy sense that inner peace is happening within all things. Because on some other level, you could look and be very concerned about how inner peace is ever going to happen with that, but that's the internal struggle you're not letting go of. This isn't a message that is encouraging you not to participate in life and just believe in inner peace is going to fix it all. You have to continue to follow your heart, right? But there's something about this amazing faith in inner peace that's powerful. I actually got to stand in this confidence, ridiculous confidence, that all will receive inner peace. People I like, people I don't like, because we're all a part of this big family, you know? It's the whole human race is one big, humongous family. And we're all worthy and deserving of inner peace. We've all participated in this crazy long story. Not because we believe that fairy tale ending is the only way it can come about, but because it was the way it was meant to come about with inner peace. It's a crazy confidence in it. You should try it out. It feels pretty surreal and sensational. Just stop and just say, okay, I have confidence in inner peace. I have faith in inner peace. I experience inner peace. I give myself inner peace. I'm letting go of the problems that aren't actually real. I thought they were real. I thought I needed them. I felt like I needed to follow this path of the problems and solving the problems, but really I just need to let them go and get to the inner peace. Do you see what I'm talking about here? This is a really passionate message. And apparently this is the most important thing I can say. September 24th, 2023. I hope you found it useful, helpful. Thank you so much for following along. Thank you for your comments, your love and support here. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, help me grow my YouTube channel. If you would like to explore booking a session with me, have me take a look at something going on in your individual life, you can book a session at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. All right, have a great day.